One of the best parts of dividend investing is when your stocks raise their dividend payments. This increases your income, accelerating the compounding effect from reinvestment. The impact of dividend growth is immense over the long term. With continued raises year after year, your dividend income will start to tower over its former self. This is without you investing new capital. For example, Warren Buffett's 1988 investment in Coca-Cola now has a 56.6% dividend yield on cost. That means he's more than doubling his initial investment every 2 years from dividends alone. This is cash flow that you can make new investments with, either in the same company or another. The power of dividend growth is why I specifically focus on dividend growth stocks. These are companies with a reliable track record of increasing their dividend on an annual basis. The dividend aristocrats have been doing it for over 25 years. The dividend kings have been increasing for over 50 years. Also, there are many up-and-coming companies committed to the trend, often with higher rates of growth. In today's video, I'm going to share 6 companies who just increased their dividends over the past month. These are all high-quality dividend growth stocks that could deserve a place in your portfolio. Let's roll the intro. My name is Zach, this is Dividend Data, and you should leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Throughout, I'll be using the stock research tool I personally developed, which is available at dividenddata.com. Here you can do deep financial analysis on over 7,500 stocks, helping you find better investments. Link in the description and pinned comment. Stock number 1 is AbbVie, ticker symbol ABBV. This pharmaceutical company is a dividend aristocrat spinning off from Abbott in 2013. They just announced a 4.7% increase of their quarterly dividend to $1.55 per share. This makes the new annual dividend $6.20, which at current prices gives the stock a 4.46% dividend yield. My research tool is not yet fully updated with this change, but it only adds to AbbVie's track record of growth. The 10-year compound annual growth rate of the dividend is 13.98%. For years, the company offered a high yield with double-digit dividend growth. That is a rare combination, which makes it a very popular stock among dividend investors. However, the company's growth has started to slow down since 2021, with the prior 2 increases being 4.96% and 8.46%. This dividend is highly sustainable. Based on free cash flow, the dividend payout ratio is just above 40%. It has stayed between 40 to 56% since 2015. AbbVie continues to grow free cash flow per share at a high rate. The 10-year CAGR of free cash flow per share is 13.64%. At the surface, it seems like AbbVie is a strong dividend growth stock to own. Stock number 2 is A.O. Smith Corp, ticker symbol AOS. This is an industrial company which manufactures water heaters, boilers, and water treatment products. They just announced a 6.67% dividend increase. AOS stock is a dividend aristocrat. Over the past 10 years, the dividend has grown at an 18.22% CAGR. This has slowed, with the 5-year CAGR being 7.78%. While the rate of growth slowed, the raw increase has stayed consistent, with the last 5 years each seeing a 2-cent per share increase. The dividend is very sustainable, with a payout ratio based on free cash flow of 55% for 2022. It has stayed between 23 and 55% since 2013. At current stock prices, the $1.28 annual dividend gives it a 1.89% dividend yield. With earnings and free cash flow continuing to grow, it seems like AOS stock has a lot of dividend growth ahead. Stock number 3 is McDonald's, ticker symbol MCD. This is the iconic global fast food chain, which is a dividend aristocrat. The company has been growing its dividend every year since 1976. While briefly paying an annual dividend, the company has switched back to quarterly payments since 2008. McDonald's just increased their dividend 9.87%. That's above the 10-year dividend CAGR of 7.5%. This rate of growth has been accelerating since 2020 2022, with the prior increase being 10.14%. The dividend is sustainable with a payout ratio based on free cash flow of 75% for 2022. This has hovered between 55% and 85%. At current stock prices, the new $6.68 annual dividend gives McDonald's stock a 2.61% dividend yield. With a rock-solid business model and growing earnings, the company will likely have continued dividend growth in the future. Stock number 4 is Visa, ticker symbol V. This is one of my personal favorite dividend growth stocks. Visa has grown dividends at a high rate every year since going public in 2009. The 10-year compound annual growth rate of the dividend is 17.92%. Visa just increased their quarterly dividend by 15.56%. Last year, the increase was 20%, and the year prior, 17.19%. The payout ratio based on free cash flow is 19%. This gives the company massive room to continue growing the dividend, repurchasing shares, and reinvesting in the business. Visa is a cash flow machine. The business model is highly scalable, capital efficient, and high margin. The new Visa annual dividend is $2.08, giving it a 0.91% yield at current market prices. I have made Visa a core pillar of my dividend growth stock portfolio. I'll be making a full video on Visa stock coming soon. Stock number 5 is ExxonMobil, ticker symbol XOM. This is my third largest stock in my dividend portfolio, although I have not bought any more since 2020 other than reinvesting dividends. ExxonMobil just reported earnings on Friday and announced that they would be increasing their quarterly dividend by 4.4%. This adds to the company's long history of increases as a dividend aristocrat. The 10-year dividend CAGR is 4.19%. Exxon provides reliable cash flow for shareholders. This is somewhat unique among oil and gas stocks as the business is highly cyclical depending on commodity prices. Right now, Exxon is raking in cash to secure the dividend and business well into the future. They use the balance sheet to pay the dividend and invest in the business while oil prices are low. The new ExxonMobil annual dividend is $3.80, giving it a yield of 3.6% at current prices. However, if you bought in 2020 like me, you would have a 9.29% yield on cost. From reinvesting dividends, I've boosted my yield on cost to 10.81%. This will be a great dividend payer for me long into the future. I recently made a full stock review video on ExxonMobil. I recommend you watch it if you want to learn more about the company and their recent acquisitions. Finally, stock number 6 is Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT. This is the largest position in my personal long-term dividend growth stock portfolio. Microsoft is a fantastic business with fast-growing earnings. A large amount of the revenue is from recurring subscriptions, making their cash flows highly reliable. Microsoft just increased their quarterly dividend 10.3%, marking over 18 years of consecutive dividend growth. The 10-year dividend CAGR is 10.35%. These high raises are like clockwork year after year. The dividend is highly sustainable with a payout ratio based on free cash flow of 33% in 2022. It stays in this low range consistently. After a slow 2022, Microsoft's earnings growth rate is accelerating again. The company is poised to see high growth over the next decade. The new Microsoft annual dividend is $3 per share, giving the company a dividend yield of 0.91%. If there is a notable drop in stock price, I will be loading up on more Microsoft stock. So here are 6 important companies that increased their dividend over the past month. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of these videos going forward. Make sure you leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if this video provided value. Sign up for dividenddata.com if you want to use the research tool I've been showing throughout. If the software helps you identify just one slightly better stock, then it pays for itself. Here you also gain access to my portfolio tracker, which provides unique insights for the dividend-focused investor. Thanks for watching.